Good evening. I am StampinDeDe, Deanna Blackman, and I am here with you this evening on Dying to Know. Are you dying to know about stamp sets and dies? I'm always finding myself dying to know what this one does or what that one does. And so that's kind of where this particular Facebook Live came from, is our desire to know how to use these great products that we're able to get from Stampin Up. So let me make sure that I have you on the screen, and I do, and I'm pushing this up a little bit. All right, so circle sayings. This is what we're dying to know about tonight. Circle sayings. And this is one of those stamp sets that you look at and you go, well, yeah, okay. But it doesn't reach out and grab you, or it didn't me. But once I saw all the things that I could do with this, I began to take a more serious look at it. Now, this stamp set does not have dies. Let me show you in the catalog. This is on page 17 in the catalog. You see this stamp set, and it comes with a punch. Well, the bundle comes with a punch. It's a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. So I took some liberty with this. I really didn't need a 2 3/8 inch circle punch, but the punch that I did want is this decorative circle, and it is also 2 3/8 inch. So that's what I bought to use with my circle sayings, and it works perfect. Now, if I wanted to just do a circle, I've got dies and other punches that I could use, but this is the one that I use with circle sayings. So the bundle is $41.25, and with that you get the stamp set and the punch, or the stamp set is $24. So we're going to look at some of the ways that this set can be used. So first of all, let's look at the sayings that are in here. Warm hello, because you're awesome, smile, today, happy birthday, thank you, thinking of you, sending you a smile, sending you a warm hello, sending you a thank you, or celebrate. And with that, we get semicircle flowers, semicircle shells. We get a sun and waves and birds. We have a cupcake, and then we have this little guy right here. And we're going to look at all the ways that we can incorporate these stamps into a card. It is a photopolymer stamp set, which makes it really easy to position it around the sentiments and around any images you may choose to use. All right, and we are going to be using the cupcake in a little while. We're going to use the cupcake, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on a block, and we're going to use the celebrate. And we're going to use because you're awesome. All right, we're going to set those aside. So thank you if you're watching this live. I really appreciate that. And if you would just give me a hello, tell me who you are, or where you're from. Just let me know that you're on there. And if you're watching the replay, I so appreciate that. I appreciate those who who come along and watch the replay at their own convenience. And so be sure and let me know you're doing that too. And then I always post this on YouTube. So you'll have the opportunity to watch it on YouTube as well. And thank you for doing that. All right. The first thing I did when I first got this set is I needed to just play with it. And so I just stamped some of the, I've die cut the decorative, or punched out the decorative circles. And I'm grabbing a mat because I think you can see it better on the mat. All right. So, and I stamped the flowers in this one and the thank you, just to see what it looked like. In this one, I stamped the flowers all the way around and smile. Isn't that pretty? I love the way the flowers, I love the way that works. On this one, I stamped the cupcake and happy birthday. Like I said, I was just playing around to see what could be done. And on this one, I just wanted to see what that wave and sun and birds, I wanted to see what that looked like. And this one, I stamped thinking of you at the top. I put that one little stamp, I don't know what to call it, the sun rays or whatever, and then the flowers at the bottom. On this one, I stamped the sending you a warm hello, and then put that underneath. I really like the way that accents the words. And then on this last one, I put warm hello, and I stamped that little image at the top of it and at the bottom. And I really like that. I like the way it accents that. All right, I wanted you to just see some of the ways that I played with it first. All right, and then let me show you some sample cards, and then we're going to make one. Here's one of the, I think this was the first one that I did, and I stamped the flowers all the way around. Happy birthday in the middle. I used a flower from Paper Florist, some of our ribbon, and created this card. Okay. All right. This one, I wanted to use bright colors. So I did this one in Calypso Coral and the Designer Series paper. Oh, maybe, I think that was from the Beautifully Inked set. And I used the sun, the waves, and the birds. I did outline the birds, and I also outlined the waves in Calypso Coral just a little bit, just to highlight it, bring it out. Cut 2 of the Stylish Circle sentiment labels and layered them, and then used some gems. So that's really all I did on that one. Let's see. Let me kind of put these right here. And then this one, I wanted to use the shells. So I did go in and die cut, stamped and die cut 3 of the birds out of Seaside Bay. And then I used my, actually I used my Stampin' Right markers and just colored, put a little bit of color on the shells, maybe a lemon lolly and a little bit of, I don't know, crumb cake or some light. And I popped up the bird, and I popped up the decorative circle as well. And then also had a bird, and sending you a warm hello. And of course you can see that without opening the card, but it's on the inside. All right, one more. And this one is a bookbind fold. And I used the paper out of the neutrals. Or no, I bet this was the in color paper pack. So it was Pebble Path and Moody Mauve. Yeah. Sending you a warm hello. And then that little do-jobby thing. And some of the Pebbled Path gems. And on the inside, I used the other side of this paper. The back side of this designer series paper. And put Because You're Awesome. All right. And I used some of the in-color twine, jute twine, and just added a little bit of string behind it. All right, so those are some of the samples that I have done, but we're going to make one together. Let me set these aside and show you what I used to create this last card. I used a sketch. And this is the sketch that I used. And it's just 4 rectangles and then a circle in the middle. And I thought, you know, that's perfect for circle sayings. That's just perfect. So using this sketch, I created this card with our circle sayings. All right. This is the Delightfully Eclectic, I think is what it's called, paper. And a pretty peacock. And this is the one that I used, Celebrate, Celebrate. And I used the cupcake. And on the inside, I also used the cupcake. And I used the hearts from probably Celebrate with Tags. Just because I wanted some hearts to coordinate with the outside. So let's make this one. And what we'll need to make this is a sheet of 11 by 4 1/4, because this card opens this way. So we needed a sheet of 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored or folded. I didn't score it. Folded at 5 1/2. So I'm just gonna do that and use my bone folder. All right. Now, we also need pieces of paper cut at, and I believe this is 2 inches by 2 1/2. So each of these is cut 2 inches by 2 1/2. So let's do that. Let me get my trimmer. Set this aside. This was left over from the other one that I did, and it's 2 inches wide. So I just need to cut it 2 1/2. And cut this one 2 1/2. Save my little scrap. And then we need 2 more. So I'll cut these 2 inches wide by 2.5 in length. Two inches by 2.5. Here we go. Now we have our 4 pieces of designer series paper. We have our card base. Get these up. All right. And we need to punch a decorative circle. And I'm going to go ahead and punch it. Sometimes I stamp it first. Sometimes I punch it first. So let's go ahead and get this piece punched. And now we need to stamp it. Let me get out my... All right, so I'm going to do this in Pretty Peacock, which is right here. And I'm going to use the circle stamp first. The celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. And I want my celebrate to be even at the top. I want it, the celebrate, one of the celebrates to be across the top. Here we go. You know, I didn't get that perfectly centered. And I won't like that later on. So what I'm going to do is turn this over so I can see it. Now. There we go. There we go. So we've got our celebrate done. And now we're going to come in with our cupcake. There's my celebrate that goes across the top. There's my cupcake. All right. So what I decided to do was just to add a little bit of color to my cupcake. What I did was I colored the frosting on the top in dark Pool Party. And I just want it to be a little bit different from the Pretty Peacock. It's not much. Okay. All right. Now, yeah, I'm going to color this in the Pool Party too. I'm coming down from the top edge just so I make sure I get the cupcake top, so I don't go over the edge. Okay. Now I'm going to come up from the bottom with my light Pretty Peacock. Now see how dark this is. That's pretty good. Just going over these lines. And I'm going to make it a little darker at the very bottom. And then I'm going to come in with the dark Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to do the cupcake itself in the dark. There again, you want to get the scallops. There we go. Now, if I wanted to blend a little bit more, I could come back with my Pool Party and take the dark, or take the light Pretty Peacock up some, and that would blend it in a little bit. I think that's all the coloring I'm going to do, but I am going to get my Wink of Stella. Yeah, I'm going to get a Wink of Stella and add a little sparkle to my icing. You won't be able to see this probably, but it really adds a lot of sparkle to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, it did. That really is all we need to do for right now to get this ready. So I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to bring the card base back, and we're going to adhere our, get my stamping seal. All right. All right, we're going to adhere our squares. So I'll put the first one right here. I need to stand up. Okay. And then the second one. I'll put right here. The third one. Put it right here. And the fourth one. Put it right here. Whoa, that one is not cut even. Let me see what I did. It should be 2 inches. Not quite. And just that little bit made a difference. There we go. Move it down. I'll move it over just a little bit. Now. All right. Now we've got the front done. Time to add our decorative circle. with our circle sayings, and I'm going to do that with dimensionals. That was our mistake one on the back, but it's not going to show, so it is no big deal. And we're going to position it. Right in the center. Now we're going to add, these are sparkle and shine sequins. So we're going to add those to the front of the card and to the cupcake. And in order to do this, I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool. And I put my Tombow glue in this little fine edge glue container. So put a dot of glue there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And now I'm just going to try to grab, I don't want to grab the stars. And I'm probably going to need my scissors. There. And they don't have to all be the same. It really is just in what I grab with my Take a Pick tool, but I don't want a star. I don't know why I don't want a star, but I don't. There. That's a clear one. Okay. There's that one. I think there's two on there. No, it's just one. Just a crooked one. This one is like a little half ball. All right, we've got those. And they'll dry in a minute. So I'm going to put a few more dots of glue down so I can add a few more. Let me do this side first. So let me see what I can grab. Oops. I thought I had something on there. I guess it fell off. Okay. They're sticking. Oh, that's that ball. I need to turn it over. I like that ball. Now it's going to have glue on that side, but oh well. Maybe I can wash it off later. There's something else there too. Okay. Got those down. I just want to make sure I don't have glue on the end of my Take a Pick tool, because I'm going to mash them down just a little bit. I think that one didn't get glued down quite enough. I'm going to add just a little bit more glue. Put it down again. Yeah. All right, and then we're going to add just a couple down here. I'm going to put one here and one here. I have to have my scissors. I don't have any fingernails, so I don't have luck doing it with my nails. Okay. And this one goes right there. In our area, I don't know about everywhere, but in our area, the red cherries have been, the fresh red cherries in the produce section have been amazingly cheap. So I have bought tons of them and pitted them and put them in the freezer. The problem is they stain. They really stain your fingers. So you have to be careful about that. But now I have, I bet 6 or 8 bags of cherries in my freezer that I can use all through the winter. So, all right, there is that. Now we're going to take our, it's not Pool Party. Something in gold. What is that? Let me look. Oh, I know. This one is retired because I couldn't find. I didn't have anything with Pretty Peacock or Pool Party, or I didn't have any current ribbon, and I needed that. So I just pulled this out of my retired stuff. And then I'm going to look in the new catalog, and I'm sure there will be something when the new mini catalog comes out. All right, here we go. We've got this one. I'm just trimming the edges. And I'm going to use a glue dot to put it on the card. There we are. So we have taken what looked to be a very simple, plain even, sketch and turned it into a very pretty and interesting card. And I love doing that. And we did it with the circle sayings, and they're so perfect for adding just that little something to the front of the card. So we've got that one. We've got this one. And this one. Let me get my things out of the way here. And this one. And this one. All of these cards using the Circle Sayings stamp set and the punch. And of course, either the circle punch or the decorative circle works for this. So this set, I hope that has helped you to see how to use each one of these and how they can be combined, and even as in this one, combined with other sets to create interesting focal points on your card and to make a really simple card. It didn't take us any time at all to make that card. So I hope this has inspired you to take another look at Circle Sayings, and I hope you're enjoying card making as much as I am. You know, it's really, really hot outside right now here in Texas. I mean, it's well over 100 every day. Every day next week, this next week, it's going to be 105, 106. it's just, I get out early in the morning and water my plants, which are dying anyway. But that is all I do outside. So I spend a lot of time inside making cards. It's a great way to spend hot summer days. And I hope you're enjoying staying indoors and doing something like that too. Thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Be sure and let me know. And I hope you are inspired to make cards. God bless you and have a great day. This is StampinDeDe signing off.